Good morning, guys. It is currently 3 a.m. and we are still working on the Tempest.
We're all ready to go on our road trip, 600 miles.
Literally. So everything was working out in our favor. We definitely had a lot of bugs to sort out, but every step of the way we fixed it. You know, the impossible happened. We actually found a fuel pressure regulator, since the brand new one I just got was horrible, reading like 77 psi. So we got a new one, and holy crap. What are you currently doing?
So this is about the 20th issue that we've had, and we're just trying to leave, but I was backing the car out and the wheel locked up, and so I started looking at the front tire and I noticed that there was a big gouge in the rotor right here. You can see there's like metal eating away. Pulled the rotor off, and there's basically, I don't know, it's whoever installed the brakes or the alignment shop maybe, they left a hex nut that broke off into this like bolt here. Watch, I'm basically trying to get it out right now. There.
Oh, you got
see
it?
That? Yep. So that's a hex. Yeah, you can see the head of it.
Is.
It's a hex.
That's
and
crazy.
they broke it off and they left it in there, and the rotor was so close to it that when it wiggled loose, it started eating away at the rotor.
Look at that.
It started eating away at the rotor and made that gouge in there, and when I was reversing, it actually got pinned in there and locked up the tire.
That's insane. That's insane.
Good thing that didn't happen to us out on the freeway.
I know. Like, how are we going to diagnose that, and how are we going to, you had to weld that on to get it out.
Yeah,
we tried a bunch of tools and it didn't work.
Weld the nut on there.
I don't know. I was saying to him, I was like, is this really what we should be doing then? Like, if this is how the road trip is starting, is this a sign or what?
It feels really rushed, to be honest with you, and but like everything else on the car is ready to go. Like we need to test it. Like it needs to be on the road in order to find out if it's gonna work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the tune is good, the suspension's good. We did the best we could with the time that we've had, and I mean, we're just gonna send it.
Oh my god.
It'll be all right.
Guess so.
We'll figure it out. I mean, we're always figuring things out every single day. Like, what's the difference?
I know, it's just like, the good thing is, this happened right here in front of the shop, thank goodness, because we can just pull out the welder and, actually I'll shut this off, but yeah, I don't know, on the open road, it's a different game, so, this Pontiac!
I'm sick of this car.
We have pulled, what, 2 or 3 all-nighters on this hog to get it ready. We've got all sorts of people involved in this. We had people coming over on a Sunday morning, working on a Sunday night, bringing us parts, whatever. Like, it's been a lot, and I would feel awful if we didn't drive it. So we gotta drive it, but it's scary. I just have a feeling I know who it is, but I'm not gonna say anything.
What do you mean?
I'll say this, it's not the brake installers. That's all I'm gonna say.
We don't have one of those tools in our shop.
No.
It's like a hex with like the little ball at the end, so you can kind of swivel it around. I don't even own one of those.
No.
So, whatever. What are we gonna do, you know?
Oh my god.
Fix it and move on.
Sorry guys, I did not mean to start the video off with that kind of negativity, but that was just the reality of what we're dealing with. It's just been one thing after another, but I want to let you guys know what we're actually doing. So we are taking the Tempest on its maiden voyage all the way up to the Sierras, because we hear that there's some good fishing up there. We hear there's some people catching some monster trout, and we need a little piece of that action. So we thought, okay, we'll just cruise the Tempest up there and put it through the ringer. And yeah, so this is either going to be the most fun trip we've ever been on or the most miserable. We're off to a rough start because I think it's like 4 in the morning right now. And this is, we're pulling another all-nighter. Like, we haven't slept. You could probably see it in my face. Danny, how stoked are you?
Oh yeah, we're gonna make it.
You gonna
It's
make
gonna
it?
make it. This thing's given us so many problems. I just can't imagine there's more to come.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. All right, so we're gonna hit the road and hopefully do some awesome fishing.
It's time.
It's time.
It's that time.
Look at this thing. I had a little talking with the car, and just said, like, if you're gonna let us down, and you don't want to do the trip, let us know right now before we exit this driveway. Or if you want to come along, then let's freaking go. Okay?
Yeah.
No nonsense out of you. First thing we're gonna do is test the windshield wipers and make sure those are golden.
Let's see, windshield wiper, check. Washer.
Kind of.
I just don't know how to... Oh yeah.
There she is. It's drizzling, so she looks a little shiny right now, but she's honestly needed a bath for some time. I think the last time I washed this car was a year ago.
91 in this hog or what?
91. This is a high compression deal. This ain't one of them stock motors, all right?
Fucking run like one.
Better get us up those mountains. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you guys the car now that we have some really good lighting. So,
The first gas station we went to was closed.
Yeah. I almost said let's go back. After that, I was like, what are the...
Of course, it would be like partially raining and the gas stations would be closed as well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This clip is either going to age very well or very poorly, but I think this is going to be the most fun trip ever. So I'm leaving this in here, and you guys will see what happens by the end of this video.
Roadie sody?
Coffee.
Oh.
Needed. These are the driving conditions. Not ideal, but I wasn't recording, but there was a lot of fog just a minute ago. Visibility was poor to say the least, but hopefully this kind of just clears up the further north we go.
Got about 6.5 hours to go, baby.
Holy. We just made it to Chatsworth. This is super exciting for us. It's not even really that far, but this is a big milestone. Furthest this car has been. We keep on cruising. Everything is looking great according to the... Oh, if it'll focus, hold up. Okay, it doesn't want to focus, but anyway, I promise you everything's looking good, and this engine is running top notch. Update, we just got to a Chevron station, and Danny and I are just way more tired than we thought. You know, pulling like all-nighters for the last like 2 or 3 nights has been kind of rough. So I think what we're gonna do is quickly grab, I don't know, some more coffee or something, and then honestly we might take a little power nap here. We got these awesome bench seats that I spent a pretty penny on, so they better be comfy, and yeah, we're just gonna get a quick rest in and then keep going. Nap time is over and we're back on the roads. It's daylight's coming, so maybe that'll wake us up a little more. Okay, this is pretty sweet. So we were headed on our way to Santa Clarita, which is actually where the Tempest came from. It was on a movie car rental lot, and became friends with Shannon of Redline Gaugeworks, and he's the one who hooked it up with the Dakota Digitals. So it's crazy stop at a gas station, grab a couple snacks, and I'm gonna drive.
Welcome to Mojave.
Yeehaw.
It's about to get hot.
Good thing we got vintage air. Okay, so the Tempest just took under 8 gallons. There's a train passing by. It's pretty windy out here, but I'm gonna be driving. Get comfy. And now Danny can chill once he gets back. I am cruising the Tempest through the desert. This has been a dream of mine for so long, and I finally get to do it. Danny was cruising it this morning because I was a little uncomfortable in those conditions to drive. I don't really know the area. So now I'm behind the wheel, and I'm gonna try and take us to Bishop.
All right, we are on the 14 North for 174 miles.
Let's do it.
Woo! Here we go.
Gosh, I'm like living the dream right now. Look at this.
That. There's nobody behind us or in front of us.
Straight cruising.
We're in the Mojave Desert.
Wow, it's right over on Canyon. I've dreamt about this exact scene, like driving into the hills like this with just open road. This is crazy. Like, oh my god. Baby, look at this view.
And you built the motor yourself.
Hot damn. To soak in the views. I have to admit, this has been the most fun trip of my life so far, and we're not even at our destination, but it's also been the most nerve-wracking. I am like gripping the wheel, we're like listening to every noise the car is making, but I have to say I'm super happy. The engine is running so strong, it's awesome. So we're gonna keep cruising, but we wanted to just stop for a second, maybe take a photo, show that the Tempest is out here in the desert. Just 2 days ago it wasn't even running, and now like we're so far from the shop. I don't see anything nearby.
Some snow.
I just see snow in the mountains and some cars cruising, so we're gonna soak it in and just try and enjoy the second half of the trip a little bit more than the first half. can't even tell you how happy I am with how this car is performing. We just got through the thick of the desert. It was do or die for sure, but we made it into town and now we're gassing up and getting ready to head to Bishop, which isn't too much further, and then we're gonna stop, get some food, groceries for the week, and then keep cruising up to June Lake. So.
Are we there yet?
We're still an hour from Bishop. And then we got another hour to June Lake.
You better step on it. We're going 60. That's
Trying to get that fuel economy, okay? 10 miles per gallon ain't cutting it right now.
We just got passed by a Prius.
No, that's a BMW. Don't even. The Tempest made it to Bishop, and we just stopped at Vaughn's to get some delicious items for our dinner tomorrow night. And
grocery dinner now.
True.
Grocery dinner.
But we have limited cooler space, so we're gonna try and Tetris all this in there and make it happen. But damn, we got a big old trunk, lots of room. The ultimate cruiser.
Which one is it?
The surfboard one.
The surfboard one? What do you mean?
Or no, that's the ignition. That's the
Oh,
ignition.
this one.
Yeah. Whoops.
You sure?
Yeah.
Nice.
This has been amazing. Like, look, we just walked out of Vaughn's and there's just mountains all around. What a beautiful area. We are in Bishop. Well, we're leaving Bishop, but we saw an antique store and I just really want to go in. We've been kind of cruising through all the towns and I just wanted to pop into one store. So it's going to be this one, and then we are headed to June Lake. So let's see, maybe they'll empty my wallet here.
I guess they don't have a lot of this in Canada.
They have some, but they're like few and far between. Look at that. Red, white, and blue. Let's see what this place is about.
Look, want to catch a fish antique style?
What they got?
Right here.
Oh wow.
Look at his drills. Oh, look at a trap.
Oh. I like the old tools and stuff. And they have like little ones here.
We should get this.
How much is it?
$18? That's not bad. Catch a coyote or a raccoon, or maybe a neighbor's dog. Can you imagine? Catch your neighbor's dog with this instead of the coyote.
Oh, a tractor seat.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I was gonna put that as a passenger seat. I did pockets.
I'm not riding with
No
you.
free rides.
This though, this drill.
That's cool.
Turn that handle.
That's super sweet. It's a little
rusty and a little crusty. Just needs a
crusty.
little bit of olive oil.
They have, like,
Oh, they got a
penguins and
bear
everything.
trap.
Oh wow. Are there bears around?
Yeah. Alright, what'd you find?
Okay, I have wanted one of these since I was at Nellie's place last and she showed me. It looks like I just bought a cast iron bug, but it's actually a boot puller. Let me quickly demonstrate. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so go like this. You stick your boot in like that, and it pulls it off.
Nice.
Isn't that so cool? And it's like...
Is hers a bug also?
Yeah, it's like exactly this. Hers, I think, is like a different color, but cast iron. They don't make them like they used to. We finished at the antique store. Danny is cruising the Tempest, and check out this view. That is unreal. It just goes all the way Finally. We have pushed this car in and out of the shop so many times, and now it's taking us all the way to Mammoth. Okay, that's a fair trade-off. We are about to go up some very, very steep hills right now. How many feet elevation?
We went up to 7,500 feet above sea level.
Insane. So he got in my head a little bit about the altitude sickness, so hopefully we're feeling good and fine. But yeah, we're gonna start the climb right now. The Tempest is just leaving everybody in the dust.
These people are probably like, look at that rusty piece of junk. It's just annihilating that hill.
I know. Oh my god, it's flying. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch transmission temps and stuff like that, so we'll check in with you guys in just a bit. Well, of course, I shouldn't even be surprised. Big Wave just made it up one of the larger hills, and it only got up to 194 on the trans temp. So that's amazing. But like, I cannot get over this drive. It's just stunning. Oh my gosh.
We're at Convict Lake.
Decided to make a quick stop. Look at this. Wow.
Oh, that's a mountain.
Yeah.
Oh, they got campgrounds too.
This is stunning out here. Wow. My gosh.
Wow.
Look at this. Wow. This is so pretty. Oh, we need to take a picture here. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, that's like a postcard. Oh, this is beautiful. I want to picture my car here. Okay, we have to. What are we doing?
We're gonna go grub.
Yeah, let's do it.
Somewhere. I think it's right here.
Yeah, I think it says restaurant on this part. I hope so, because I'm pretty hungry. Let's see.
Oh shit, they got a bar. Full bar.
Oh, wow.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Okay. Here at Convict Lake, first wildlife spotting.
Okay, something unfortunate has happened. We parked the car to go to the restaurant, hopped back in, and when we started it back up, we hear like a ticking noise, knocking noise coming from what I think is the left side, the engine, the passenger side. So we're gonna pull the valve cover off right now and just see if something's going on under there. It's kind of odd because when we parked the car, it was not making that noise at all. So I don't know if a lifter got stuck or push rod somehow got bent when we turned it off, but it was not running and idling like that when we parked it. So let's see if we can get down to the bottom of this. Not cool.
Okay, here we go.
Nope. Of course. See anything weird? Let's see. Check to make sure all these are tight.
Mm-hmm. Could be a lifter.
Could be like a sticking lifter or something like that, but let's see if there's like a bent push rod. Do we have the flashlight?
I think so. Hang on.
Okay, well, we're a little limited with our tool selection. So I plugged the coils back in. We're just gonna crank it over right now and just see if I can see anything weird happening under this valve cover. So I'm gonna hold this off to the side and fire away. All right, turn it off.
All right, Danny is checking the driver's side now, just for good measure.
Yeah, it didn't sound like it was coming from that side. It sounded like either the center of the block or maybe even this side, but we're gonna just make sure it's not this side. And then we'll probably, I don't know, I have the feeling it might be like a sticking lifter or something like that. That's what I think. See, we could try revving the piss out of it and see if it
Clears up.
comes undone.
It's kind of worth a shot, honestly.
And what else are we gonna do?
And if it's bottom end, it'll just trash the motor and the trip's done anyway, so. You know what I mean? Like, you're kind of like out of options. You just gotta try it and. Oh boy. Okay.
Ouch. Okay, let me see that rag, please. Thank you. Flashlight?
Right here?
See that flashlight?
Right here?
Broken springs.
Are the push rods straight?
As straight as I can tell. Doesn't look like they're rubbing on the side of the head,
Okay.
but it's kind of hard to tell, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, is this gonna be like drag week, or are you gonna pull the heads in the parking lot?
Sell it.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Sell it.
Well.
Somebody can get a good deal on this thing right now. So this side looks okay, but we have even more bad luck because this gasket got so swollen up that it's like considerably larger than the valve cover now, and it won't even go into the hole. So our only option for now is we cut it. We cut a little section out of it, and we're just gonna butt it up to there and put a little RTV on the top side, so not too much oil should be coming out there. I think we should be okay. But it's still ticking, and we think it might be a collapsed lifter because, like we said earlier, it didn't make this noise when we were driving around this parking lot. In this park here, it was running fine, and when we shut it off, it was running fine. So if it was something mechanical, my thought is that it would have been making noise when we were running it earlier. So we're hoping that it could be just a collapsed lifter, and maybe if we like rev it up or let the engine cool down, and maybe it will come back to life. If not, it might be like the roller tip, and that would be worst case scenario because you know what would happen. But we'll see. We're gonna put this back together, get it running again, and try revving the piss out of it. So we still need to cut that much more off.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's so long. We already took off a section like that. It's weird that this side expanded and the other side didn't. Same brand. This valve cover gasket absolutely will not stay in there as we try to put it on. It just wants to fall off. And we don't have any RTV with us to help like keep it in there. So what we're gonna do is we just bought some chapstick at the store earlier. We're gonna just put some of it in the grooves there and then just cram the gasket on there, and that should help it stay. But we should probably use this a little bit before. Here, you did. Before it's gone.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. The problem areas are like down here. So just do it like that. It's an old Indian trick. Oh no. Running out.
Already?
They don't give you as much as they used to.
Okay.
There's still a little left for us.
Okay. Hang on, I'm gonna pause this because this is a two-person job. Okay, this is the very shitty situation we're in. So we got here to Convict Lake earlier this afternoon, parked up, decided we're gonna grab some food, and literally left the car for 15 minutes. It was running perfect. As you saw, we came back and then it developed this like ticking noise and we can't quite nail it down to like where it's coming from. I don't believe it's bottom end, but it's enough of a noise to where it's concerning. It's like, okay, could this thing potentially wipe a cam lobe or bearing, or could it basically put metal in the motor? And I don't really want to take that risk. I mean, it would just be so crappy if we lost the motor in this trip. So what the game plan is we are going to leave it here. Our cabin is a few miles away. It's not too far at all. So I think we're gonna come back in the morning, hopefully with a tow truck. We have been here probably, what, 4 hours?
4 hours waiting for a tow truck.
And they keep telling us like, oh, we're on our way. Just kidding, we're delayed. Never mind, we already showed up. You guys weren't there. We've been here all day. Poor Danny hasn't slept. I've taken quick naps in between, but we're just, to be honest, we're just losing our minds. We haven't slept in 2 days, and it's just, it's frustrating because like, the trip was going so well. Like, this was the most fun I've ever had. The car was performing flawlessly, and on the LCD, everything checks out. It's got oil pressure, everything looks good, but it's just this sound that we can't quite nail, and we don't want to just risk it and drive it, because what if we got stuck in a worse area with even less service? Right now, we can barely make any phone calls as it is, so like I said, we are gonna have to leave the Tempest here overnight, come back and try and rescue it tomorrow, but we just need some rest.
Yeah.
This has just been the day from hell.
Mm-hmm.
We literally left the shop, you guys saw, dealing with that brake issue, and that was just one of so many issues we had to deal with that night, and then forget the other 2 nights of working on it. It's been a lot, so definitely frustrated. We're not quitting. That's not it. We need a bed, we need to sleep, and we're gonna come back and come up with a better game plan. But
yeah. Once we get it back to the cabin, my cousin luckily is gonna come and pick us up. He's at the cabin right now. He's gonna come and pick us up.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna leave this here. But when we do get it back to the cabin, then we can like take apart the rockers more, and not in like this environment here where it's like really windy and blowing dirt around everywhere.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a chance that we could possibly fix this at the cabin, but if not, then we're gonna have to borrow a trailer from somebody and tow it all the way back home,
which would suck, because this, like I said, was the most fun trip I've ever done, the most fun I've had with any car. So I really want to drive it, but I'm just not willing right now to risk putting that motor down and then we don't have a vehicle.
Yeah.
Like, rather catch it.
Yeah, that's a smart decision.
So
Yeah, there's so many good components here that, like, there's something grinding in there, and these hills to get back to the cabin, they're big, tall hills. It puts these motors through a lot, and this thing is just going to deteriorate, and there's just going to be metal all over and all the bearings, and it's going to be trashed.
yeah.
So we're making the right decision.
So sorry guys that this is such a downhill turn of events after how much fun we were having, but maybe this isn't the end. I don't know how this is gonna play out this week, but maybe we still get to drive this thing home and have a really good time. Maybe it winds up on the trailer, but regardless, you can't say we didn't try. We freaking did everything, and here we are.
Yeah.
So it's been fun, just really tiring. That's all. It's been fun. And at some point you just have to laugh. You have to be like, everything has gone wrong. So here's what it is. Gosh damn it.
Why the heck do we do this?
No,
Seriously?
okay, we just finished recording that, and what the heck? The guy actually showed
The
up.
tow truck
You don't
finally
have to
showed up
believe it.
after 4 hours.
Make it 5. It's
Oh
like
my
dinner
gosh.
time.
Okay, should I call Rudy then?
I think we should have him.
Okay.
Just in case.
Well, you did it. You made it successfully to the cabin.
You guys won't make it anywhere like that.
All right, back it up. We're gonna have to tow this hog home.
Damn it.
Go.
Alright guys, this is not the way that I wanted to end our amazing road trip, but yes, the Tempest is coming home on a trailer, which sucks because I know we could probably drive it further, but with all the noise it's making, I just don't want to hurt it any more than it probably is. But as soon as we get back to the shop, we're going to yank the engine out, inspect everything, and see what's causing that noise. Hopefully nothing too expensive. But stick around for that video because I'm looking forward to seeing what it is and getting this car back on the road because we had too much fun with it out there in the desert. So I'm looking forward to getting it back out there. But if you guys want to see what we did out here in June Lake, be sure to head over to the Cruise Outdoors YouTube channel. You can see all of our fishing adventures, everything we did out here. It was a blast. We had a great time despite the car acting up. But yeah, and I also want to give a proper shout out to Danny's cousins, Rudy, Dave, Sammy for bringing the trailer, everyone who helped because this was a team effort here and we still got to get the thing home. Yeah. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. This car, it's been a pain in our butt.
Pain in the ass.
Better start acting right. But anyway, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and we will see you next time.
Get to set the hood. Yeah, not too hard, but go ahead. There you go. There you go. Fish on. Yes. Oh, we jumped. Oh, good job. There you go. There you go. Oh, it looks. Oh, he's jumping.